So till what we saw yesterday, I mean, I think you are all okay, right?
Yeah,
Or
we are good, Muthu. Like till yesterday, what we taught is like we are okay. But actually, I didn't tested with that thing. Like I've installed it as we have to stop the proxy. I'm not done that. Maybe tomorrow I'll practice that, and if any queries comes up, I'll keep you posted on Monday.
sure, sure, okay. Just give me one moment. I'm waiting.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Hi Muthu. Hi everyone.
Hi, Dylan.
Yeah, hi, Jalen. And sorry for that. Yeah. So my screen is visible, right, to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So till yesterday, what we saw was like, capturing a use case or recording a use case, and how we can segregate each step in a use case using the transaction controller, and how we can, after capturing the use case, how we can replay the use case and see the calls are getting passed or not. Okay. So now today we can see we have regular expression extractor, which is called as correlation, and we have options of parameterization, like the values which are passed randomly, uh, say like user given values, say like username, password, which are randomly passed. We call it as parameterization. Say like in Selenium, when user logs in with a username and password for a web application, each time we give a different username and password to make sure that application is working fine or not for different IDs. Because for one ID we have validated, multiple ID we have to make sure that same script is working fine or not. So that's the reason parameterization is nothing but user given inputs. Say like username, password is one simple example where we try to change it for each iteration or different user to make sure the application is with the existing same script for a different user or a different iteration. We change the inputs to get the exact response time from the server. So, does anyone have any queries with parameterization, or are we good?
Good, Muthu.
Yeah, I will also explain, give the real-time example or show it to you exactly how we do it. But
Yeah.
I'm just giving you the theoretical explanation first, and then I'll proceed with the practical. So next is like a correlation. Correlation is nothing but the dynamic value which is written by the server for each iteration or for a different user. Say for example, when I log into an application, there can be a session ID which is unique for my login credentials, and whereas Sudha or Vignesh logs into the application, they might have a different session ID, and whereas Jelin and Danish logs into the application, they might have a different session ID as well. So session ID normally generated by the server to make sure that this user, when successfully logs into the application, is validated with the session ID. So normally session ID will be different for each ID. I mean each username or each user IDs or whatever. So that's how we normally categorize the server generated value. It could be like view stat for .NET kind of application, or J session ID. Session ID. In our case, in Appium, for any application, we go ahead with, we have this token, XSRF token, X XSRF token. These are dynamic values which is generated by server for all the web applications or API calls. So here in our case, we will see these examples now. So far, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now, one second. Just give me one moment. I am checking for one example. I'll.
Yeah, Muthu.
Okay, this is what I was looking for. Okay. So now we will see how we will do the parameterization and correlation. Okay. So now, yesterday we have segregated only the valid application URLs and invalid, I mean unwanted or third-party calls which has been captured. So those calls have been removed or it is disabled. So only the calls which are part of the application is enabled. Okay. So now, what we will do is we will check. As we don't have any login credentials here, I will show a different example, or I'll see how it can be, the username and password can be, as a input parameters, what all the other parameters which we can change here. So here, first I'll explain the correlation concept. Correlation is normally a dynamic value which is generated by the server. Okay. So here I'll check for what are the other calls what we have here, and uh, okay. First we will run it for one iteration and see exactly where the value is getting spin, or it is sent in the response from the server. So normally correlation values or dynamic values will be sent as a response of the previous request. So here we see that, say for example, we are going to correlate these two values like from port and source and destination, then this request will be coming in the response of the previous request. I will tell you how you can check that. See, here we'll see whether how the response is and from where we can capture the random values. So here the values are passing in the request, right? The reserve.php we are giving it. Prior to that, as in the response of the eighth call, I mean this call, we are getting the values of what you call like this request values, port land, that source and destination parameters as a response in the eighth call. So here you can see like from here you can see which from port the list of places and to port the list of places. So this is source and this is destination. So we can correlate these values and pass randomly to the server. Just to pick randomly, we can make sure it is the server is able to dynamically or the request which is sent from the client is will be sent with the random values, so that server will be able to say, for example, one user is selecting Paris and Rome, other user may select Boston and Dublin, so other user may select Mexico City and Cairo. So different users may have different options. So we'll randomize these inputs for each iteration or each user. So I will tell you how we can do. Just a minute. So you have to right click on this request and then select the add, and you have to move the mouse pointer to post processor. Then you have to select the regular expression extractor. This function is normally, or this plugin is normally used for handling the dynamic values.
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. No, here I have to give the name, right? What is it I can give us? I can give it as from port. Okay, so now regular expression, what we have to correlate exactly. So just 1 minute, I'm getting a call.
Muthu, are you there?
Really sorry. Yeah, one second. Yeah. So here we were just looking on the regular expression, right? One second. So here the regular expression is what we have to give is. So normally regular expression will be done using this way, like the last part of the text will be represented with this regular expression format, which is like the complete with the value within the double quotes is to be captured and it's to be updated for this parameter name. So that is what we are representing using this dot plus question mark. So this $1 will represent as the first occurrence of the from the list. Say like we have multiple values here. So here from the list it will consider only the first value. So $1 means it will consider the first value. Then match number is, so this normally represents always it will be $1 only. So there is no need for thinking about any other value. So this 0 means it will try to capture all the values in the array and try to randomize it. But normally, if you want to go ahead with different values, there are other options as well. I'll explain you. For now, we can go with the first occurrence itself. And if the value is not found, it has to throw some error like, so we will give it as not found. Okay. So this is from port and one second. Similarly, we have to do for this to port. So
Muthu, sorry to interrupt. If you don't mind, can we continue on Monday if everyone is okay?
yeah, okay, fine, no issues. Yeah, if everyone is fine, yeah, we can wrap up this session and we can continue on Monday. Yeah, if
Yeah,
people are
maybe we can take others' decision also. Vignesh, Danish, and Jalen, what do you guys say?
Yeah, we can continue
Yeah,
that.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, if everyone is okay, then we can continue on. Sorry for that. I got multiple calls and I
No,
have
no,
to.
no worries, Muthu. Not because of that. Actually, if we just got like distracted. So maybe if we start on Friday freshly, so that we can capture all those things.
Monday, right? Yeah, Monday evening,
Yeah.
same time we'll connect. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fine then. Thank you so much for understanding, Muthu.
Yeah, no issues. I can understand your situation too. Yeah, sorry, team. Yeah, okay.
No worries. Thank you, Muthu.
Thank,
Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
Thanks, Muthu. Thank
thanks,
you.
Hero.
Yeah, happy weekend to you.